revealed it was charging at another member of its species, who charged at it as well. The two rapidly closed in on each other, before a large monster, with an absolutely massive mouth, burst out of the sand off to the side of them, snatching the two of them up to the Suddenly, the scene changed to a familiar aquatic monster that opened its mouth wide and shook from side to side as the music reached a climax. It then cut back to the first monster, who similarly opened its mouth and shook from side to side, almost in sync with the opera's singer, before the screen split to show both monsters with their mouths wide open, synced up with the opera singer as a crowd was heard applauding. Everyone was confused by the opera music, which didn't really fit the tone of two triceratops figuring out to fight. Weiss and Vincent did appreciate the music though. An interesting selection, but certainly one of Rage's better musical choices. The younger Shay said, "It were better if he were lamer." Leo complained. Then, they all jumped when the creature snapped up the two creatures in one bite. Whoa. Did you guys see that? That thing totally came out of nowhere and gobbled up those triceratops things. Ruby said in shock. Renaplos. Teko and Zara answered together. The poor things. Velvet said sadly. I'm honestly amazed it could fit both of them into one bite. The mouth must be a large part of the beast's overall body. Linda stated. Then, they saw the familiar underwater creature. Hey, I remember hearing about that thing in late Coco pointed out. Then, when both creatures were on screen with their mouths wide open, any intimidation to the team was be replaced by laughter. It's like they were saying, "Don't laugh." Very clever. Bren said with a roll of his eyes, but also a smile. A hunter wielding a lance was then seen swimming through a large body of water. Hello then, my fellow hunters. Today we have the battle of the mighty mob marauders, Gobul and Nibelsnarf. Well, pretty much just walking mouse, and they really like to hold on to their seats for this one piece. Rage explained the general overview of the two monsters, with a clip of a man moving his hands away from his head to show that he just had his mind blown over something obvious. And then Rage said the names of the creatures. Yang, Ruby, Nora, Crow, Emerald, Neo, Roman, and Coco all burst out laughing, with even Summer and Velvet holding in a chuckle. Nibelsnarf. That's so ridiculous. The blonde flower cackled. That's something I'd expect from Nora. Emerald giggled. You're not wrong. Nora admitted. Still, I'd say that thing would do a whole lot more than nibble on anything. Crow said. And that water one is called Gobul? That's like something I'd come up with. Almost sounds like that, doesn't it? Roman asked. With the size of that mouth? I'd say that's certainly accurate. Winter conceded the point to Roman. Yeah, did you hear what he said? They love to eat. I never would have guessed. Ilias said sarcastically. It then showed the familiar monster resembling an anglerfish as the hunter stabbed at it. But there is a lot more going on and a lot of fascination to be found. So first thing, Gobul is up. He's a Leviathan, they both are, but Gobul more traditional, as he likes the water. He has little powerful legs that he can use to waddle around occasionally to chase prey or just for the giggles, but he's not at his best there. He likes to hide in rivers snaking through lush jungles. He likes to hide in shallow pools close to shorelines. And hide is indeed the operative word here, because Gobul is essentially a cat/angler/pufferfish, like a horrific creation from an evil genius on a budget. Rage gave a basic description of the creature, with the images of a catfish, anglerfish, and pufferfish popping up in the center of the screen with a ding as he mentioned each creature. They couldn't help but laugh and agree with Rage's description of the creature. I suppose he's not wrong. I can clearly see elements of all three of the fish strange blending of fish, though. I guess the pufferfish and anglerfish make sense, but I don't see what help a catfish or a flounder could be. Cinder pondered. Ruby, and some others were surprised hearing about its legs. I didn't think it would have legs. I just assumed it's like any other fish, that couldn't go on land. Ruby said, well, you know what they say about assuming it's sweet. Summer said, I suppose it makes sense. Even the Piscean wyverns we've heard of previously, which are merely massive fish as far as we've seen, have legs to come onto land with. Ashbin pointed out. The creature then dove down the riverbed as the hunter and the shakalaka, cha-cha, continued to attack it. So, he buries himself deep under the riverbed and is able to change the color of his skin, chiefly through it being slightly reflective, giving him a hazy and similar shade and outline to his murky water environment in order to melt with it perfectly. And beyond that, covers himself in the loose dirt and stone that forms the river floor, making him almost imperceptible to passing creatures. There are only two telltale signs of his presence: catfish-like whiskers that he uses to sense the area around, doubling up to act as both floor, specifically airweaves, a plant that traps pockets of oxygen within itself that can be shaken loose with little under the ground. Rage went deeper on the creature's camouflage and showing the airweave when the plant was mentioned. Adam chuckled at Rage's mention of its skin. Another creature that can change its color. Seems you have competition, Ilya. He told her to wish you well her eyes. Matching the river floor around us is quite a clever trick, I'll admit. We should really look into camouflage units. Ironwood said, Penny and Liz. The animal lovers, mostly Ruby, are stoked at this revelation. Man, camouflage is incredible. And sea creatures do it so well. Especially things like sharks. Emerald said eagerly, smiling at Ruby's scream of right? In that case, I'm wondering just how far this reflective capability goes. Glinda questioned. Indeed, depending on how exactly it works, it could be as effective as Chameleo's abilities. Ashbin theorized. Then they heard of the airweed. Well, there's your answer, Cinder. The whiskers are basically a second set of lures for creatures looking for a breath of air. A deadly trick. I'm impressed. A lot more than I thought I'd be for walking. Hazel said. I could definitely see that being useful in long hunts against monsters that spend most of their time moving. It'd be way easier than carrying around an oxygen tank those creatures could probably chomp right through. Crow added. Gobul was shown again to show off the incredible likeness between its whiskers and the airweed before the fight continued. Used by both monsters and hunters alike, and maybe to see the sad little creatures into their unknown and unwitting following. Rage said ominously before the scream went black and the chomp sound was heard. Talk about biting off and then being chewed. So that was terrible. He had to stop and laugh at his own wording. Then, of course, there is the signature lantern, anglerfish-esque and glowing brightly in the gloom. The host pointed out as an image of Gobul appeared in the middle of the screen, the focus shifting to the bioluminescent lure on its head. Biting off and then being chewed? Why are we listening to this now, again? Winter questioned, massaging her forehead. He may say some questionable things, but you can't deny what he says is informative, Winter. Penny told her. John couldn't help but laugh as the thought occurred to him, leaning over to peer out. Maybe Remnant shouldn't get these, for Nora's sake. If a cuttlefish can hypnotize her, imagine what that thing can do. He whispered. Here I wanted to scold him for backstabbing his teammate, but couldn't help but agree. It would be like Martin and Julia's encounter with the anglerfish in Super Fernando, she said with a giggle. The hunter and shakalaka continued their assault on the creature. It can be flared up in a flash of brilliance, blinding nearby prey and predator alike, for It's very easy to catch prey that have been stunned and blinded. Even Cotton could do it. Rage explained as the fight continued, while also throwing a jab at his hunting partner. Cotton was then shown in a public area. "Hey!" he cried out in offense to the jab. Most of the cast will laugh at the crack on Cotton. "Oh, that is a burn." Nora laughed. And his little hey was perfect. Neil giggled. "He should be nicer to Cotton," Velvet said with a pout. "He's just nicer to his buddy, Val. It's fine. Besides, if Cotton is such a bad hunter, that means Rage and Ichabod did a terrible job as teachers." Coco told her. The Gobble then lurched forward, attempting to stab the hunter with the spikes on its back. But even in this, disoriented state, it's not enough for Gobble to go and have a little nibble, munch. No, he is a vacuum cleaner. Suddenly, and without warning, launches his mouth wide, creating a sudden change of pressure, causing water to rush violently to fill his new cavernous expanse and driving Dash Rage, because it showed exactly what he described. Water rushing in as it opened its mouth, causing a sea-dwelling creature to be dragged in as well, and chomped down on by the beast. It then showed a creature that appeared to be a woman with the lower half of an octopus. "Those poor, unfortunate souls," she sang, with Gobble superimposed over her head. Ilya shivered at this. "That's just evil." At least with ambush hunters, prey get a split second to react and potentially get away. With something like that, they're fighting the very water itself, plus the monster. She said fearfully. "Indeed. Vacuuming in your food is terrifyingly effective. I've seen it firsthand," Ren said, looking to Nora, who puffed out her chest and cried. "That poor beast never stood a chance," Roman said, shivering at the memory along with Neil. They then returned to the underwater battle. And with it, Gobble eats his prey as well. His mouth and his stomach combined is essentially 90% of his body, but it does get a lot more worser. Sometimes, Rage broke down and laughed at his own slip-up, before cutting away with the test pattern. Ruby laughed at Rage's little slip-up. "More worser. I'm totally gonna use that now," she said. White groaned at this. "Why can't you speak like a normal person? Just once." The air is touched. "There's nothing wrong with being a little creative with how you talk," Blake told the Schnee girl. "Exactly. I ain't talkin' all fancy like you Atlas punks unless you pay me," Yang said in a very street punk-like tone. The hunter swam around behind Gobble, but it spun to face him in an instant. Gobble then, still has tricks left in his arsenal, and one of which, like the pufferfish he is called, is to inflate into a nice little ball of deadly spikes and essentially go with na-na-na-na-na. "You can't touch me." Because not only does it at rigidity to his entire form, making him much harder to penetrate. Well, each of his spikes, if covered in Dash Rage, began as the hunter struggled to avoid touching Gobble, and the many needles protruded from his body. Deadly neurotoxin. A robotic female voice said monotonously. "So, if you attempt to get close when the spikes are elongated, you'll be hit with a poison that attacks your nervous system and makes movement appear impossible. Which would make escape nearly impossible." Ironwood realized with a sense of dread. "I already thought the blinding flash of light was plenty." Summer said nervously. "It's covering all its bases. In nature, you need every advantage you can get to stay alive. Survival of the fittest," Adam pointed out. "And now you're sounding dangerously close to my system," Crow told her. "Which is used to paralyze would-be assailants, or on rare occasions, prey. However, he does not produce this himself, it is a side effect of his diet. So, Gobble is quite the terrifying little creature." He is equal parts nightmare fuel, and what is that? Oh, my God, and I really love him for that. There is this horror aspect of one moment, you're fine, and the next moment, you are being literally sucked into a gaping, waiting abyss, before snap. The light is removed, and you have to wait there, floating in burning darkness as you are slowly dissolved. It's not really pleasant, let's say. It is surprisingly agile, able to steer through the outmaneuver foes, and get around them with bodily charges, little bites, and all manner of brutal skullduggery. Now, it's surprisingly a calm, peaceful monster for the most part. It spends most of its time buried and waiting, and a single meal can last for days. Rage explained as the hunter forced it from hiding with the sonic bomb. As always, everyone groaned at Rage's very detailed yet poetic description on being swallowed and digested by the fish. Why does he always have to describe it so thoroughly? The grim are already nightmare fuel. I don't need this thing in my dreams. I'm more concerned that he is capable of visualizing and imagining what it's like to go through that process. I'm starting to question his sanity. And I've seen plenty of examples of eye insanity to get a good picture. And he's not far off. Hazel said. But after hearing how only a single meal lasts it for days, they were quite surprised. Now that's a metabolism any girl would be jealous of. And it would save so much time not having to stop and eat. Cinder said, almost sounding jealous. Some habits die pretty hard. It's nice to know it's peaceful otherwise, though. I'd love to just watch one swim around and not have to worry about getting eaten. Ruby said, her opinion of the creature seemed just a bit. The gobble then flowed loudly due to the sudden shock of the high-pitched note. It also gives breathing, so it is forced to the surface every now and then. But the final thing we need to know about gobble is something truly disturbing. Not its swallowing food whole, not toxins or bacteria glowing, vacuum jaws, hidden assaults, and its questionable appearance, no. Gobuls that we find and hunt are adolescents. An adult gobble. We've never seen one. But we know they deposit their egg gonads in the rivers and pools near easy prey for the young to hatch and grow until they're ready to return to the sea for the cycle to begin again. Which means out there in the deep blue ocean, along with the Cereus and the Nacarcos, there is a gobble that makes ours look like a stuffed toy, gargantuan in size, and utterly frightening. Rage explained with his ominous, echoing voice as ethereal, haunting music played to his revelation. And the opinion dropped again, along with the collective mood, a sense of dread coming over them from knowing that giant beach ball was only a young one. If that's a baby, I really don't want to know what the adult looks like. John said nervously. I can agree with you on that one, John. Velvet said, hugging Coco tightly. And those suffering from thalassophobia, or the fear of deep, open water, all felt an intense sense of dread. A baby could probably beat us in one fight. Imagine what an adult could do. Blake said in horror. It could probably eat an entire cruise ship. Penny added. And in deep water like that, my planes wouldn't be able to do anything. Cinder finished. You know, some even theorize they're big enough to eat a Cereus in one bite. Teko said evilly, devil horns made the mice growing from her head. The girls quickly fainted at this, along with Velvet, John, Mice, and Billy. The gobble managed to escape the hunter, forcing him to swim off in the direction he had to chase it in. The girl never really put his capture, tangible effort into even slightly overcoming the specimen, or even catching them depositing their eggs. But what we do know from close examination of the Gobuls we capture, they are not developed, and as such, well, Papa and Mama have to be somewhere. It is kind of like, oh, God, imagine. Rage finished up on the aquatic consumer as the hunter tracked it down and continued to fight it. Your guild has never seen a fully grown adult? Or even tried to look for it? Glenda said in disbelief, her jaw dropping at the simple nod of the three demons. Why? That is critical information you are intentionally denying yourselves. She cried out. Have you guys ever considered catching a gobble and keeping it until it reaches your window? Neil asked. Well, we tried a few times, but it's difficult. We don't have legs or livers at our bases to put them in like a fish tank. Plus, when they did reach the age to head out to the ocean, we'd never be able to stop them without killing them. Katana explained. But why? If you damage them enough, surely they'd give up. Kira said in concern. They're just wired that way, Kira. It's natural instinct. Just like salmon, when it comes time, they swim inland and upstream to lay their eggs, even swimming with the best infested with predators that know of the sentiment and come to take advantage. But salmon are saltwater fish, so going inland to fresh water is a death sentence. But they do it anyway, because that's just the way they are. It's their life's greatest mission, and they'll see it through, even though they know, one way or another, it's their life's last mission, too. Razara said. Well, that was quite poetic, Razara. Ashburn praised. So, we just have to accept that there's giant versions of those out there in the ocean somewhere that could probably snack on any boat they pleased. Lovely. That's gonna hurt smuggling deals. Roman said, before noticing the glares of the adults. I mean, good thing, because I'm done with those. Yeah, he said, laughing nervously. The video then transitioned to the desert, where Amelia was seen running around and bringing the great tip down on the sand. So, let's move on to his second cousin, for they are fire related. I mean, as I said, they're both essentially walking mouths, though Nibel's got a little bit more to his body. He is one of the very few monsters that can swim through sand as if it were more traditional water. But the first thing you need to learn about old snow white wolf is he has one hell of a stomach. It is just indomitable. He can leap and will eat barrel bombs that will explode crinkling in between, and there will be nothing more than a mouth case upon him. Rage gave an introduction to the new monster as it surfaced from the sand near a cave entrance, rushing and snapping at Alia, but after a brief moment of baiting the beast, Alia did indeed get it to eat a barrel bomb. Ooh. Another sand swimmer. Nora said, intrigued. Yeah, but this one has a bunch of sharp teeth. And they look bigger than Gobul's teeth. I said in concern. But then, their jaws hit the floor when they heard about their interactions with the barrel bombs. They can eat bombs? And it barely hurts them. What the hell? Young asked in shock. That is so broken. Neo complained. Dang. Between all the booze and those hot wings, I thought I had the toughest stuff. That's a weird to Girl said. I wonder if I would like a taste of my Monstrous. Adam wondered with a smile. The creature then caused an confusion after eating the giant barrel of gunpowder, which exploded and caused the creature to thrash and flail, leaving it dazed and sticking upwards out of the sand. Though, amusingly, after this has happened, the brief surprise it causes allows you to fish a Nibelsnarf out of the ground for a little bit of an opportunity to get stuck in. It's a lovely little interaction, abusing his ecology, and I really do appreciate it. I feel right propaganda whenever this comes up. Rage admitted as Amelia then ran around in front of the monster, pulled out a fishing rod, and fished the Nibelsnarf out of the ground, leaving it flailing around helpless on its back. But the more immature teens, along with Crow and Summer, couldn't help but laugh at it being on its back. It looks like a turtle that's stuck on its back. Nora giggled. Still, that is pretty cool. I always loved going fishing with my parents when I was little. And with Blake later on. So being able to fish something in the middle of the desert sounds really fun. Ilya admitted. Fishing for anything that size would be epic. It'd give you one hell of a fight, that's for sure. Great way to work the guns. Coco said, flexing her unimpressive muscles. Whoa. Nice biceps. Neo said. Have you seen the size of that minute that she took her? Even in its first form, that looks like it weighs as much as you. Emerald told her. Let me know if you're up for an arm wrestle sometimes. There aren't many I can test my strength against. Hazel stated. Alia then began to attack the beast while it was on its back. So, that is the only way that he can kind of compete with your Septimus and your Tiger Strike Centuries, but your Diablos is definitely absolutely decimated. Rage explained, listing the Nibelsnarf's rivals with images of the ancient monsters on screen. They hunt lonely on redeploys, absolutely crunching through their hard exterior like it was paper, and for the most part, swallowing whole is their preference, too. Now, to swim through the sand, they obviously have to get through it, and chiefly, that is eating through. They can filter out anything they don't want through their salamander gills on either side of their head, and they can also use this offensively as a high-powered blowback of rock and dirt to force enemies away. But this combination twixt muscle, tail and eat, expunge propulsion allows Nibelsnarf dash Rage explained, completely goofing up and laughing. Fucking Nibelsnarf. Honestly. He laughed again as Alien made it again. Once again, a big chunk of the group laughed at Rage's fucking remarks. Man, he cannot talk to them. Roman asked. This is why the creator should make a script, so he doesn't dribble his words. Adam said. Still, it's impressive he can convey all this information without a script. Almost as impressive as this creature, literally eating its way through the sand. Disgusting, but impressive. Winter admitted. Admittedly, sharks do the same thing, filtering water out through their gills, but their movement is entirely different without the water, and releasing it through their mouths. Ironwood said. Indeed. Of all the ways I've seen animals move, this is by far the strangest. Linda said. The beast was blasted from the sand again, and Alia once again fished it from the sand and attacked it as it was on his back again. Allows it to move at quite respectable speeds. Now, they are incredibly greedy little blighters. They will eat bloody anything, not just the barrel bombs, as I said, but if it fits. Well, they're gonna try and shove it in their butt again. You know, whatever works for them, but it does result in them occasionally eating things like, I don't know. An entire merchant's card in one go. Rage declared as the creature got up and hid back in the sand. It then cut to a clip of small creatures shot with literally Nibelsnarf written in the corner. The creature then caught a revelry spirit, then devoured it in an instant. I didn't do that. The creature said nonchalantly. Well, I sure hope that merchant had good insurance, otherwise, he is so gone. Young said. I'm starting to think this creature is more a spirit animal. Ren stated. Hey. Inhaling and chomping down your food is the proper way to live. Mara insisted. It is anything but proper. Winter said. Alia was then shown running from the trees as it continuously bombed out the sand before completely leaping out to the surface and hurling. Nibelsnarf then very much interacts with the world through a sense of hearing. Their eyes, not too strong and well, located squarely on the top of their noggin, meaning they get a good view of the sky? Rage said uncertainly as a close-up view of Nibelsnarf's beady yellow eyes were shown on the top of its head, just behind its bump of a nose. The eyes were zoomed in even more. What the fuck is this? A new voice questioned as Nibelsnarf shook its head back and forth. Alia then snuck around the side of the beast before attacking. Technically it's while they're underground, it lets them look up, but like, if they're underground and they look up, it's just a load of sand and dirt and rock and... I feel like the eyes are wrong. Like, I don't want to say this to Nibelsnarf, because you're a bird, apologetically, before laughing. Because like there's no, you don't gain anything from either not being able to see forward while on the surface, or being able to see dirt above you while underground. It's just hugely disadvantageous. Fortunately, like I said, hearing is where it's at, and it doesn't seem to bother them. They do look ridiculous, though. Rage pointed out the issues with its places as Alia repeatedly chased young bees and hit it 3 times. When he puts it like that, it doesn't really make sense for its eyes to be where they are. Blake admitted. There are admittedly a few animals with similar eye placements in our world, but they don't live underground. It certainly is strange. Winter said. Well, it's believed to have once been a water-dwelling creature that settled at the bottom of the ocean or river floor, similar to Gobul, but somehow wound up in the desert. Katana explained. 2. Plus, like we've said before, some adaptations certain creatures develop hardly make sense. Especially greedy eyes like that. Ironwood reminded them. Is that big bump supposed to be its nose? Ruby asked. It looks like a brown nose. Nora laughed. Honestly? I'm not even sure. Probably. Lazara said. Eventually, Alia hit it again, and it burst from the ground in a daze once more, letting her get free hits in. And they are big fans of blending in with their environment, acting as I'm not a Nibelsnarf. I'm just a sand dune. What? This loose sand that you keep seeing being that could be anything. That doesn't mean that I am a Nibelsnarf. You're both brave and terrible. And that's the thing, actually, that's the thing with these monsters. They're brave and terrible in every aspect. They're either amazing, or what the hell. And it's just this mix of love and what? I feel for them, both that just makes me so endeared, but also, I'm okay if I don't go near them. It's a strange feeling to feel. But they are certainly both very, very unique little critters. Rage admitted as Alia leapt at a small ledge and brought her sword down on Nibelsnarf, causing it to stick out of the sand once more. So, in a way, Nibelsnarf is a camouflage monster, too. Coco noted. Only this time, unlike with Viserios, there's more chances for it to be an innocent sand dune, since there are multiple of them and they're in the desert, so they're not out of place, unlike a giant group of rocks. Plus, once the hunter gets one monster isn't dead, the Nibelsnarf likely even creates and felt the vibrations, so it knows it's in danger. Cinder pointed out. That's actually a really smart strategy. Velvet admitted. I wouldn't expect these goofy-looking guys to be so good at coming up with plans like that. Emo said, impressed. It's a good lesson to never underestimate your target. Winter told her. Alia was then seen running around the side of Nibelsnarf as it began to repel huge amounts of sand. But by far, Nibelsnarf's most potent defensive capacity is designed to use an absolutely metric of sand, dirt, and stone, and pelted out in a way 10 minutes blast, shredding shell, flesh, and bone like a beam of sandpaper. It gets the job done. Rage explained as it did indeed reverse the process and fire the beam of sand and stone out of its mouth in a sweeping motion Alia just barely managed to avoid. Yikes. That would definitely shave off a few layers of skin. Young said. It would more than likely take all of them. Hira told her, looking quite nervous at the prospect. Well, that is certainly an interesting way to use its environment to its advantage, I'd say. Ashbin said, impressed. It's effective, stripping away flesh and filling the wound with sand. It would be a miracle if it didn't get infected almost immediately. Adam analyzed. And it would do a number on someone's aura, too. It would be a serious assault washing over the entire body. It would take insane amounts of aura to prevent everywhere from being damaged at once. Hazel said. That's right. Most people aren't used to protecting their whole body all at once. That's a lot of is its mouth. But no, I know you might be thinking you've said that, it's been the theme. No. What specifically is eye in his mouth? His very much colorful, enlarged uvula, which hangs down, glowing and inviting you to just stab it, just absolutely mess it up. Because this is a critical organ for this leviathan of the desert, for without it, it has no capacity to store and distribute nutrients that it needs to, keep living, throughout its body. This organ then, it will attempt to protect at all costs, though it does consistently swallow squirming, dangerous creatures right past it. Rage said awkwardly as Alia avoided another beam of sound from the beast's mouth. Many of them cringed and winced at the monster's swollen uvula being attacked. Ow. That's gotta hurt. Alia said sympathetically. Yeah. Having anything wrong with your mouth is the worst. Like having canker sores. Weiss said, wincing at the memory of the sores, which she got quite often as a singer. Or when you're eating chips and they break and little shards go between your teeth and into your gums, or your teeth, or the roof of your mouth. Roman said, shuddering at the end. But that would raise the question, why would it have such a vulnerable organ and such a relatively easy to reach place in its body? Especially if, as Rage said, it swallows whole large creatures that could probably do great damage to the organ. It would be like if our hearts stuck out of our chests instead. Glinda wondered. I would guess Nibelsnarf's stomach takes up too much room inside its body for such a large organ to fit in. Plus, it can also act as a lure to draw in prey that may be attracted to the light. Penny theorized. Alia chased down the creature again and attacked it, knocking it to its side and attacking the uvula once more. Again, it just feels like Nibelsnarf, whose evolution's leftover. Well, we have all these ideas left, let's just Snarf. Nibelsnarf. That'll do, will this do? Look, Steve, I just want to go home. Make the plan. I don't give a fuck. We just need a monster. Alright, fair enough. I'll just put this in. I just don't get it. Rage laughed at his idea of the beast's creation as it snapped at Alia again. But it's okay, because sadly, there's no devastatingly scary secret to reveal about Nibel. They are as they are. Rage finished as Alia finally finished off the monster. Most of the students laughed at Rage's little rant on Nibelsnarf's creation. Hey, honestly, I could believe it. Neo said. Yeah. It's like the platypus of a monster world. Blake said. Still, it's pretty cool when all is said and done. John admitted. Certainly an oddity, even amongst the strange monsters we've already seen, but it certainly adds some interesting variety to the world. Ren agreed. Well, what do you guys think? Tucker asked. They were both certainly quite unique. And I still like the idea of them singing opera. Weiss said. They're totally awesome. They have the best way of eating ever. And Gobul's light was so pretty. Same with Nibel's uvula. Nora cheered. I'd still like to try and grab it with Gobul. I'd totally get the front page of every major magazine. Young said. While featuring the cover. I like how Gobul sits and waits for food to come to it. That's working smarter, not harder. She said. I still think it's cool that it's all those kinds of fish rolled up in one. John said. Gobul is so cool. It's still a little creepy, but it's super smart and fights in so many new ways. Plus, even though it can probably eat whatever it wants, it's not a problem that never stops eating. It's nice to see animals that can say no to a meal when they don't need it. Ruby said. I liked Nibelsnarf's underside. Those were some pretty colors. Coco said. And its stomach is pretty impressive to take bombs without much damage. I'm not even sure I'm that tough, Hazel admitted. Now I'm kind of wondering how it would handle those hot wings. Just because it has a strong stomach doesn't mean its tongue can handle the spice, Crow pointed out. Yeah, even though it's a greedy pig that eats more than it needs, I feel like Nibelsnarf. From the way it burrows, to its cute, little eyes, and bold nose. It's just adorable, Summer said. It's like Ronald's opponent in a way. It can be a little unnatural, but at the same time, it's a quirky little football. Robert agreed. And its name is so funny. And it's just fun to say. Ruby added with a giggle. Indeed. They are both certainly creatures I believe I could just enjoy watching go about their day, Ashbin said. So, then, what is the next creature we'll be learning about? Glenda asked. The two demons then looked at each other apprehensively. But then, they all nodded and looked back to the group. Well, now, I suppose it's time to talk about the large legendary ultimate monster, Ecology said. You've heard its name before and seen it in quick clips, but you've only heard bits and pieces of the full story. And very few of them far between each other, Rosara said. Well, now it's time. But brace yourselves, because this thing is going to be in your nightmares for a while. Probably even after you leave here, Teko declared ominously. Geez, how can one monster be such a big deal? Young questioned. If it truly surpasses all other monsters we've heard of to this point, it has to be that big of a deal, Ironwood said. Wait. I think I remember Rage and Sai mention an ultimate monster, even they were lucky to survive fighting the test. Is that the one you mean? Penny asked. It is, indeed, Penny. It is the black dragon. The black flame. The dark demise. Prepare yourselves for fatalities. Katana told them all, starting the next video.